Hello, hello, and welcome. Anybody who's just joining us on Twitch or if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for joining us for Haven, and where we are playing to celebrate a little bit of Pride Month.
I'm just here existing.
Callan is here existing. She is chilling along. Let's see. Now, I gotta say, one of the things I like about Haven that I've gotten through having played through this before, so you can pick the coupling either, and it's the same characters either way. It's just a straight couple or a two male or two female couple. Like either way, the story plays out the same for all of them, which I feel like in one way it could just be kind of a way criticized as being like, oh, so you're just reskinning for a preference kind of thing. But at the same time, I feel like it kind of cements it as something where it doesn't matter what your genders or sexuality is, the love that the characters have for each other, it goes beyond that, no matter what their pairing is. And then on top of that, so these characters run away from their homeworld, and they're basically a totalitarian capitalist regime where everything's basically run by a mega corporation, a council, and a computerized matchmaker that has the background with the matchmaker is it was put into place because of some genetic defect that they were trying to weed out, which hasn't been a factor in society for a good long while. So these two ended up falling in love. They were not matched for the matchmaker, so basically they're running away from the matchmaker's pairing for them. And what the person they're paired with is the same either way. Like, U gets paired with some guy, K gets paired with some other girl. U actually has two mothers. So it's like no matter what, there's representation going on showing like the characters have their romantic interest based on their affection for their partners. No matter what happens. Which of course being like this futuristic sci-fi, it's kind of cool seeing that play out. So we're gonna go ahead with the veggie kebabs. We could use a good strong healing food.
You can cook too.
Stop it. I just skewered a bunch of vegetables.
Oh, veggie. You is the one that made the veggie
Through
kebabs.
none of my doing. But it
That's
taste great.
which is kind of funny. K is usually the master chef, and U's like, I'm just gonna
Did you
stick a
find it?
stick a skewer through a bunch of
Hold on a
boba.
little longer.
I still think that I could have reached that shelf by climbing on a chair.
Sure, but you don't know where to look.
Neither do you, apparently.
I was thinking of something mean to reply, but I'll wait till I'm off your shoulders.
Good
Ha.
thinking.
Yeah, be careful. If you're propping somebody up, or if you're being propped up, don't be nice to the person who's holding you.
What is all that junk up there?
Keep in mind, I got the nest when I was 16. I've had a lot of time to
Dang.
accumulate stuff.
16, you say?
Here in the
Any
States,
chance we'll find
it's
some
a big
posters
deal
of
when a
hot
teenager
celebrities
gets,
and
a
spray-on
car.
If
She
that's
gets
the
a
most
freaking
compromising thing you
spaceship
can
when she
think
turned
of,
16.
You're severely lacking imagination. Ha! I got it! You can put me down.
I wish I could have a spaceship when I turned 16. Then I wouldn't
So,
have to have lived on
give it
this
to me.
planet.
Oh no. I will let you see my diary, because I'm nice. But first, I have to check that there's nothing embarrassing in it.
It's a diary. It's designed to be embarrassing.
Nothing too embarrassing.
Diary sharing. So, fun question out there for the couples. If you or your partner had ever kept a diary, would you want to share the diary?
No,
No?
no. Diaries. I kept one when I was younger. I actually found it recently and I read it and I cringed.
I mean, I
Um,
feel like if we're really honest,
I think I'll take a shower.
I think every single one of us are going to look back at our
Conserve the
teenage
hot
angsty
water.
years and cringe at ourselves. Once we're past 30, especially.
I don't even think this was written when I was a teenager. I think I was like 10. like 10 or 11. And I'm sitting there reading it. One, my handwriting was atrocious.
There was a way to change outfits or something. All right, let me just check here.
And then
How big do you think this planet is?
I wrote about
I
some of the
couldn't tell you for
dumbest
sure.
shit.
I would say that it's smaller than truth or charm.
Like, could we maybe go all the way around it?
Don't know.
I mean,
We would need to measure its
to be fair, that I
circumference.
feel like that's just kind of the teenage
Maybe with
condition.
A
A what?
gnomon,
Now,
a
if
stick,
if
basically.
only one party has a
Okay,
diary, it's probably
just
going to
say
be a
stick.
lot harder to share it
And
with the
how
other
would you measure the
person.
circumference with a stick?
But I would think that it
No
might be a
idea.
little
I know
easier
that we could do
if
it,
both people had a
but it's
diary, so
actually
that
a
both
pretty
of them
tedious
can,
process.
you know,
I
swap
guess
the
we'd be
books
better
back
off
and forth and be
exploring
like,
source by ourselves.
"Oh yeah,
Game
you
on.
you were absolute cringe, but go ahead, keep reading. It gets worse in mine."
It really depends on the person. I personally would never share anything that I wrote in a diary.
Also fair.
Because a diary is supposed to be where you keep your personal thoughts and feelings that you don't want to say out loud to people.
Right. There's always going to be that factor in it too, like things that you don't necessarily want to get out. But in those younger years, some people have that, like they need they feel like they need some kind of an outlet, even if that outlet is never meant to be seen by mortal eyes after the fact.
Should we go out and explore?
I would love that.
Honestly,
Come on,
it
grow, little
depends on
bud.
the person.
You can do it.
Also a huge factor, like it opening up that way, it is a point of vulnerability and, you know, being comfortable with the person you're sharing that with, which would also raise a point of like, if it's the kind of person where it's like, yeah, you would definitely never, like, you would just, you would want to feel safe if not sharing with somebody, you would want to feel safe. You would want to feel safe with them finding it. Like if they were to accidentally find it, where they're not the kind of person that'll go and like use weird information against you.
Yeah, there's certain things, like some people disclose a lot of personal things in their diary that they don't want people to know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead
Now,
and
I've never been much of a writer, so I never was consistent with the diary.
Yeah,
In
same.
fact, I didn't even find it until recently. It's been hidden in a drawer for 20 plus years.
Huh.
Yeah, I have like a filing cabinet underneath my desk, and it's been hidden in there.
Honestly,
and
if I
completely
Perfect
forgot it was
landing.
in there.
As always.
honestly, if I did keep one, I probably would have burned it if I found it. Which I know might sound a little weird or hypocritical, considering I was just mentioning, like, oh yeah, you know, if you're with somebody that you feel safe with, like, it wouldn't be such a bad thing to share it. But no, if I found it, I would probably burn mine.
Yeah, no, there's nothing really in mine that is
Like
bad.
nothing,
It's just
nothing
cringe.
damage. Yeah, exactly. Nothing damaging or incriminating.
I think there was one entry in there
This one's a little rotten.
that I
isn't
sat there and I read it, and
You're
I'm
a
like,
little
what
rotten.
the hell is wrong with
Sorry,
10-year-old me?
it was a reflex.
There we go. This is the bridge I was looking for. I wanted to go ahead and cross this bridge, see where this leads, before we deal with the other corrupted burble. I do want to go back and deal with the corrupted burble, but I wanted to do this one first. Especially if this, like, doubles back and leads back to it. I don't know if this thing circles around. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, wait, what's... Is this a... Oh!
But this
No,
is...
would you look at that?
Ah,
I
A
get here
drone
and I
parking
immediately
platform.
find something.
I was wondering why we hadn't seen one yet.
A drone parking
It doesn't look in too
platform.
bad a shape.
Yeah. It must have fallen to the ground when its gyro stabilizer ran out of flow.
Weren't you just looking for one of those? A gyro stabilizer?
I was. But I need a gyro stabilizer designed for flight, not a ground-based gyro stabilizer.
What's the difference?
Well, first of all, the flight gyros cost 3 times as much. And secondly, Plute. I think I've been getting scammed my whole life.
Ooh. At least this one is free.
Ha!
So, are we bringing
Wait,
it home?
so the ground stabilizers and the aerial stabilizers actually have no difference, but there's a price difference of threefold. And she only just now realized that she's been getting ripped off her whole life. Oh my gosh. Well,
We're bringing it home.
I guess we actually just get to take this one straight home. Like, I come out here and I'm like, you know what? Let me just see what's across this bridge. And normally I'd be like, okay, before I take the spare parts back to repair the ship, we're going to clear all the rust off the island. But considering how easy this one was to get to, I'm like, okay, you know what? I can come back here later. Let's get the stabilizer now, bring it to the ship, and go ahead and get a repair on here, slightly earlier in the episode. Plus, getting these spare parts is good for some character growth. We get our little moments with our couple, our lovely couple,
It shouldn't be much longer.
and we do already have enough rust for it. Yeah. Oh, and it fits.
Finished.
Nintendo, are you fucking
Did you
serious
hear that?
right now?
Oh, what did Nintendo do?
What? I don't hear
Get
it.
this out of here.
Exactly.
Okay, so
If we were on top,
you know if
For
you have
truth,
the
we'd be overrun with mosquitoes at this
the
point.
pass or whatever, you
Even
can make your
worse
own
if we were on
icons,
beauty.
whatnot.
But right now,
Right.
not one buzzing insect. Not a single sting.
They're offering Zelda ones
That
from
is one
old
thing from the
games.
apiary I will not miss.
Is there anything from the apiary that you are
like
gonna
the
miss?
Adventure of Link, and then Ocarina of Time, and one of the icons you can
Living carefree,
make
maybe?
is Navi.
Not that I'm regretting leaving.
Oh.
It's just that,
Now,
No,
well, I did grow
No,
up in rather
aw.
comfortable conditions.
Now-
the thing needs
I
to
was coddled,
die in the
protected.
fiery pits of
I never had to
hell
second
and
guess
Hades.
myself. Mind you, I was clearly not happy.
oh,
But
you seem to
that was
hate
normal
Navi
to
more
me.
than you hate her mother.
it never occurred to me to question it.
Navi
Now,
is the
here,
reason why I
and with
refuse
you,
to touch
I do believe
Legend of
that
Zelda
I'm happy,
games for over a
But
decade.
it's completely different.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now I know that everything could fall apart at
Although
any time.
Navi
I
may
could
have been
lose it
the
all.
beginning
It's a thought
of
that is permanently
annoying
running in the
Zelda
back of my head.
companions, but
That
she
is
was
something
definitely not the pinnacle of annoying
I would gladly live
companions.
without.
No, she's pretty much she's a
What
pinnacle
if
for me
you could
anyway.
Get rid of this
No, I give that
anxiety,
title to Fee.
but in exchange, you have to live again with the mosquitoes.
We do not besmirch
No, I'm still not changing.
Vi's name in my presence.
So, if your anxiety is less worrisome than a
I'll backhand
mosquito,
you.
can we say that everything is fine?
Yes, everything is fine.
All right. Well,
There will be no talking bad about my girl. The only thing that is the issue with Fi is in the original Skyward Sword is she liked to pop out a lot and say the obvious.
right. Then that's the issue.
They toned it down in the HD remake.
Oh, okay.
He is not
But the fact
remotely as bad.
that it took a remake to do that.
Well, Skyward Sword likes to hold your hand a lot. All right, it likes to hold your hand a lot. At least in the beginning. But like, Fi stops being quite so obnoxious after you get through the hole that is naked in the corner.
Yeah, that is.
Uh,
I told you these two characters are really into each other, and they are not subtle with their flirting. Like
Is this
they're
it?
they're basically on this uninhabited private planet that is their paradise. They
Oh,
can do
so
whatever. They can do whatever the hell they want.
they're honeymooning. Cool.
I mean, honeymooning with the intent to never go back home.
Honeymooning.
Yep. Yeah, this way.
Can you keep up back there?
Are you kidding? I have to go in slow motion.
Alright, here we go. Back on to where we left off. Now we are at full health. We are in good condition. We're rested. We can take on the corrupted Huzuma-doozy. I mean, we also had a cutscene where it was legit.
You know,
The two of them
as I got through,
basically
I heard the same
role-playing
dragon
a rebellion
their
that
cousins.
basically just ended up
Have you
in,
been
oh yeah,
mulling this
that
over the whole time?
we're done with
I
this. We're
was
just gonna
trying to
smash
rein
now.
it in, lest I would sound too nerdy.
All right, corrupted Burble.
Hey, don't be scared. We just want to clean off this rust. Shield up. Bullseye.
Oh, blute! Stunned. It's go time.
Okay, we're getting the hang of this. Keep it up.
Oh, I don't even have to wait for it to attack. I can just smack it in the face and it stuns them.
Maybe we should
Ow.
be scared.
All right, you know what?
On your mark.
Double impact.
Anytime. All yours.
3, 2,
Oh.
1.
Ah, dang it. Okay, I need to do a 1-2 swing.
He's all yours.
You.
Yep, saw that.
Huh.
Great job.
You know, I actually could have done this.
Who's next?
Oh, this one's green. I could have done this green Burble
See?
fight
That wasn't Burble.
earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, lady. You can go now. Why is she staying here?
Maybe she wants to take us for a ride. Like,
Huh.
that's her way of saying thank you.
Okay, you know what? Before we go for a ride, let's go ahead and clean up the rust so that we can fast travel whenever needed. There we go. There we go. Islet is cleaned off. Okay, not Burble. Oh, is that have I already been to that house? Oh wait, helicaps. Don't want to pass up helicaps. Shit's
Are
good.
you following?
Good old healing
Why wouldn't
shrooms,
I?
baby. There we go. Okay.
So, where are you taking us?
Nope.
All right, what's up?
It seems.
Maybe she's waiting for our go. Or some kind of instructions?
In
Like the
that
other one?
case,
Into the unknown.
into the unknown.
Huh, and it actually understands the instructions. That's what's incredible here. These creatures, like, they seemed intuitive enough. Now, I don't know if they actually understand the commands, but somehow they're tame enough to actually just be flown when they're not
Talk
covered
about
in
the
red
unknown.
crystally rust.
This is something else.
Ooh.
Why do you think she brought us here?
Maybe because she needs our help?
But we just helped her out.
There are times when you have more than one problem. Anyway, now that we're here, shall we take a look around?
All right, so we
Yes,
gotta
ma'am.
help our new green Burble friend. I mean, if this is her home, then yeah, it's covered in rust. Oh, All right, healing makeout session. That makes sense, especially after a rough fight.
Lufacrids.
Ooh,
I didn't
Lufacrids.
think I would
Okay.
ever see one again.
Why? Are they rare?
More than rare. No one has ever been able to grow them in the apiary.
Oh, now, okay,
I had
that's
a chance
cool.
to study them once. Our lab almost went
Now,
bankrupt trying to procure some.
I'm not a biologist, but
And
I
what's
can
so
kind of
special
intuit
about them?
from what the biologist here is saying and
No one
how
seems to understand
on
how
the
these
home
plants
world,
work.
nobody can
They
grow
require
this stuff.
nutrients, apparently
And here it
nothing
is,
that
just out in the
allows for
wild.
photosynthesis. Actually, to be exact, I shouldn't even be calling it a
Seems
plant.
like everyone at home sucks.
I know, right?
What should we call it?
Considering that we've never found anything even remotely similar,
So it's not really a plant, but it's not an
Okay.
animal.
Can you eat it?
somehow I don't believe that was a priority question for biologists.
What? Biologists don't eat?
Yes, you can eat it, but it's not very
And I
good.
love that you, like, the entire game,
I guess
no
I
matter
gotta figure
how
that
tense
out.
the situation
On
is
the other
getting,
hand, it has outstanding
She's
medicinal
hungry.
qualities. We were able to observe some amphibians feeding on it.
Cook
in
her up
order
some
to
good food and
regrow
she's
their lost
happy.
limbs.
What? That is awesome!
I mean, I like food too.
I mean,
doubt
that
it
is
would work
fair.
for us,
Why I'm
but
so
it probably
fucking
wouldn't
fat.
hurt us.
I mean, I had to surgically get my stomach rearranged to get some reliable weight loss going.
Not bad.
My
Hey,
doctor tried
that's for
throwing
cooking.
that at me, and I told her no.
Do you think we'll
Yeah.
have enough?
I would definitely
We'll
say,
never
like,
have
it does
enough.
take, like, some pretty major changes going through with that, and it's definitely not for everybody.
She's like, oh, it'll help you lose more weight. I'm like, woman, I don't give a fuck if it could cure cancer. Like, no. Get out of here.
Alright, ooh! Alright.
On your mark,
Now!
First of all, I
And
told
super
her, like,
heat.
I know somebody
It was
that
worth
has
a
gone
try.
through with
Ready when you are.
ready?
the surgery.
Nice one.
It's like, it works for him. I'm not
He
doing
lowered
it.
his guard. Go, go, Kay!
This might be a good time to test the capsules that we put together.
First, you'll have to explain to me how they work.
Oh,
It's easy.
okay, capsule
First,
tutorial.
you load
Let's
the
see.
capsule with flow. Then you just need to activate it.
Okay, tonic is the speed.
Let woo woo!
You're safe.
Nice.
That one must sting.
Ooh, that looks bad. Yes. I'll keep them at bay.
Poor guy didn't see it coming.
He lowered his guard. Shield up. Cover me.
Are you all right?
This one's ready.
Yep.
Aha! Now that is a hit. Luke!
Ah, dang it.
Too soon. You like
Bitch
that?
nugget?
Ah!
Did you say bitch nugget?
Poor
Yes,
guy
I did.
didn't see it coming.
You!
He's right for the picking.
Alright.
Harvest time.
I
There
took
you
more
go.
damage than I should have there.
The end.
Took me a second to get their attack pattern down.
Sit.
Ha! She just told that flying serpent to sit. And ooh, I can also use the balm outside of combat. Hmm. Oh, 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 oh. Almost went right past these helicaps.
This one smells weird.
Chuck it then.
Are you insane?
Hmm.
Now that's an
Oh.
extractor.
Exanova settled all the way out here?
They've traveled billions of lumsects to come to source. They're not gonna back down because they saw a sticky swamp.
Well, that makes sense. Although, I have to wonder, did they put this extractor in a crater that was created by
Ugh,
like
when I walk, it's
some
like
meteor
squish,
impact long
squish.
before colonization,
I'm more
or
like
does this crater
squash,
exist because they
squash.
dropped the extractor into the planet?
Yes.
Let's share those. Look, these two are stuck.
Ooh, Luthocrits. Oh, here we go. Getting back up here.
Beep beep. You're slow.
Just letting you keep the baby. Aww, a nest. Look at that. Beautiful nature at work. Even covered in rust, the mom is still keeping an eye on her little ones.
I don't think that's the mom.
I don't think that's the mom. I think our flying friend is the mom.
Then, do you think that's the dad? That makes no sense. They look too different to be from the same species.
Kay.
That's not the dad
empty
either.
Shell?
He ate the baby. He ate our friend's baby.
I've been trying to tell you.
Oh, no. That's not gonna happen.
Is it Uncle Joe?
Only if Uncle Joe inappropriately touches children, and if by inappropriately touches children, you mean eats them.
Yeah, Uncle Joe.
Yep,
Look who's
Oviraptors.
acting shy when fighting someone
That's why
their
he's
own
not
size.
invited to the
I
reunions
wouldn't
anymore.
call that acting shy.
Ah, that's fair. Alright, charge capsule. Ooh, okay, that's right. Capsule and Omni Impact.
Ugh, take that. That didn't seem to bother him much.
There we go. We can at least get rid of the bugs.
Great job.
You're welcome. One
Okay,
to go.
somebody shield.
You're safe.
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay, this is straight up like Frieza Death Ball going on here now. Ooh, 30 damage even with the shield up. Ow.
Uncle Joe, no, again.
I don't even think he saw
Cover. Oh, did I miss?
Don't
All right.
think so.
Impact
Come on,
isn't doing
do
much.
your ball
Oh,
thing.
okay, he's doing
I'll wait.
Frieza Ball again.
Let's make sure we remember.
You know what? We can do that too. In fact,
Chew on this.
May.
I got your back.
May.
I guess instead of father-son
Next time you'll
Kamehameha,
think twice
it's
about eating
it's
babies.
lovers Kamehameha.
I hope you weren't too attached to your teeth.
Ah! Booyah!
Lesbians.
Yep.
Are you all right?
You bet I do.
Next time you'll think twice about eating babies.
Ah, dang it. I keep messing
I'll
up my
keep them at
timing
bay.
trying to get my blasts off.
I hope you weren't too attached to your teeth. Next time you'll think twice about eating babies. Great timing. All set. Go, go, go. Oof.
Fuck 'em up, ladies!
Now that's how we treat baby eaters around here.
Oh, jeez.
You know what to do.
On it.
There we go.
This one's ready.
I got this.
Now shoot. Who's next?
Oh wow, it even has like a little scorpion bladed tail.
Yeah, that's
Shit.
it. Get out of here. Hope I don't see your face ever again.
I'm surprised, Kay. I thought you would start lecturing about the different paths of survival. Chalk it up to the laws of nature. Each one has its place, yada yada yada.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you can talk about
everyone
food chain
has
and
its
stuff all you want,
place,
but sometimes fuck
except
laws
the
of
baby
nature.
eaters.
Huh. Well, our friend looks grateful.
I'm sure that's the reason she brought us here.
All right, then I guess she can bring us back now.
We should
Maybe
stick around because
a
there's
bit.
Any swamps?
It's a nice change of pace.
Okay.
plus the swamps have some crop that we can't find anywhere else. So gather some up while we're here. Ah, there we go. Rattle pepper. All right. There is. Yeah, if we look at the map, this is actually like separated from the rest of the area. So let's go ahead and take advantage of this little trip here. There's still rust around here somewhere. There it is. Oh. Bugs! Oh, a lot of bugs.
Come
Okay.
on! This is not fair!
The
And
Omni
Omni
Impact might
Impact.
even things out.
Let's get it over with.
And done.
That's
Done.
why we have Omni Impacts. Wipe out all the whole row of bugs all at once.
Thanks for the rust. Every little bit helps. Picking up.
Oh.
And voila.
Ready when you are.
All set.
All right, little
He's fighting
Oh.
back.
shielded.
We may need to
Okay.
change our strategy.
How about physical attack?
You?
Yep, saw that. You know what to do.
I'm on it.
Shield.
One left.
This one's tough.
All
Maybe
right.
try something else.
You're safe.
Nice. Oh, come on.
I have a bad feeling about this.
There we go. Come on. Come on. Go ahead, do your little shooty bit. I know you have a vulnerable moment after that.
Lowered his guard.
There
Need
goes.
a cure capsule. Target
I'll
locked.
consider
It's
it.
like, no, fuck you.
Right?
I don't like this.
Shield up.
Wow. Are you all right? Let's
Boom.
get it over with.
And done.
He's right for the picking.
Harvest time.
No,
Fucking turns. It
We
turns
make
into
a
Eric
good
Cartman,
team.
that one episode where he gets on that show acting like he's an out of control teen.
Are you sure this one is
I
right?
do what I want.
It passes.
fuck you, I do what I want. Okay, cool. I did get the whole area purified. Good. Take this little flow thread over. Now we can go ahead and find the bridge. Oops, and I just plummeted.
Come on, lady. Time to bring us home.
All right, here we go. While we're here, though, get a little bit of a heal from my capsules. All right, so we still have the rest of the swamp to explore, but before we do, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a short break. We can go ahead and clear the whole swamp before we head back to home base. Who knows? Maybe we'll even find something else there. I have played through this a couple of times before, but of course I don't recall like what every single point of progression is on every island, so the exploration is still pretty fresh. Oh, there's a campground. You know what? Okay. We're going to hit the campground and then we'll take a break while they while our characters are taking a nap.
What's that funny smell?
I can't
I
smell a
myself
thing.
am playing a game that has LGBTQ representation.
Speaking of which, I gotta look into and maybe get some recommendations for judging by the cover for some good representation games.
Oh,
You know
the
what?
game I'm playing is a really chill one,
Okay.
and it's called Unpacking.
Oh, I think I've heard of that one. I might have to. You know what? I might have to do that one for next week's.
Oh, I actually play this one, so
Nice. So you can tell me how horrendous my review is.
Sorry, I don't see
Well,
it.
I could sit
Over
there and be
there.
like, you
With the two little peaks that
you
look
say
like
bad
ears.
things about this game, and I'm gonna
3
come down to
stars on the
Florida and
right
whoop your
make
butt.
a tail.
Ha!
I guess I would concede
That is fair.
to
Although, you know, I'm
seeing
surprised that I
kind
didn't
of
get
a
too much
coffee
flack
table?
for
Kind
my
of a
review on
coffee table.
Thrillville, because I
Well,
got
it's a
that one
good thing you're not
recommended
the person in
by some
charge of
people with some
naming
nostalgic memories
constellations.
for those
The
games.
kind of a
And
coffee
I was
table
looking at them, I'm like,
constellation. The crooked
these
stool.
are
The slightly ajar
the
barn
game
doors.
looked like, I mean,
Why
obviously a
not?
product of its time, but it
Because
looked like it was
those are
trying to
lame
do too
names?
much on
Do I
top
really
of
need to explain?
basically
No,
being
I mean,
3D
why can't I get in charge of naming constellations? Why can't we?
Well, we
Roller
already
Coaster
have
Tycoon.
names for one.
But
Constellations
yeah.
don't look the
at
same.
least that's
depending on
what
your
the
vantage point.
pages
The
looked.
sky in top, down, or beauty isn't the same as
The
the
thing
sky
is,
in
like-
source, for example.
I don't get
That's true.
involved with your
The Weaver constellation
You're
looks all
by the
twisted
cover.
from here.
Yeah.
That's not the Weaver
thing
constellation.
generally.
That's
It's mostly because I'm very picky with games, so I just stay out of
Absolutely,
it.
yeah. And Greenberry. Ooh, let's see. Oh, we get to name a constellation. So are we gonna name a constellation the Great Oink or the Creamberry Flambe? Would you name a constellation for your pet or your food?
Oink.
Oink.
the Great
Oink.
Oink.
And the two lonely stars next to it are the little oink. Cool. What about that one?
Which one?
That big one. The four
The
stars.
four stars
that
look like an upside down Y.
Easy.
Oh, the upside down Y. That's you.
That's you.
Why me? There's a Y and K as well.
That's true. K and U's constellation then.
I like it.
Even though the
Although I
Y
have
is
a hard
upside
time
down.
Topping that one.
That's okay. Someone else can take care of the rest.
Seriously, these two need to stop being so cute. All right, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and grab a quick break.
Shall
Ugh.
we go out and explore?
I would love that.
Oh, sweet. Even got some experience for that. All right.